Your interactive experiences collects audience data when users interact with your page, and you can also control what you want to collect. There are a couple of ways you can think about audience data and how you want to store it. You can store audience data on a page level or your account level. Audience data is a set of data fields related to each of your users and is stored for future reference. A way to determine the storage is to think about whether you would want to address the user in a future or related campaign. If you store the user's data on your account level, you can access that data from other interactive experiences. This is, for example, useful when running multiple related pages within a campaign and you only want the user to accept your terms of service once, or if you want to reference data later on. And on the other hand, if your project is contained to a single campaign and one page, there might not be a wish for storing users on your overall account audience. Regardless of how you store your audience data, you of course have both the option to overwrite, create and export the data as you'd expect. The setup works the same either way, so I'll quickly show you how to modify your audience data on the account level, and you simply go to the dashboard, audience and audience fields. Here you'll see the default audience data fields, and you can of course add custom data. Just remember to save your changes afterwards. In the editor, go to data and click on audience data. You can then add a group and add the data you wish. You can of course also set a description of your data field and define a specific data type. If you're not sure what this means, I recommend watching our video on session data where we go through the different types of data. And as you would expect, you can of course delete a whole group of data, or you can choose to delete a single audience data field. When you're done, you can then save and publish the page to make use of your audience fields. When your page has been live for a while and you have some data to go through, you can enter the audience overview at the top of your page. And here the first thing you'll see is a collection of all of your raw data. This is of course likewise found on your account audience in your dashboard, where we will also tell you where the visitor was first seen, when they were last seen, at which site they might have become a contact, among other details. Now notice audience data exists in 3 different spectrums. Like you've seen, you have some default fields, you could create your own custom fields, and you have your app data fields. These come with our applications, like the quiz in this example, where you can see skipped questions, answered questions, wrong and correct questions. You can now also filter the results, since you might not want to see fields like has signed in due to it purely being used for logic. If you wish to do so, you can also add conditional rules for each piece of data. When you're done, you simply apply the filter and you get all of the matches back from your filtering. For the audience stored on the account level, you have additional options when filtering. You can here both make a new filter, rename it, and open a previously saved filter. You can also choose to add data from one of your existing projects, and you can choose to show both visitors and contacts or any of these independently. When you're done, you can save the filter and it can be found for future use. Lastly, of course, you have the option to export your data, which is done up here in the right. When you click this, your data will be exported as a CSV file and sent to your email with a download link to the file.